Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Tonight, we're going through 5 bourbons, which aren't really bourbons. They're actually American whiskeys. 5 American whiskeys that you should have on your bar to help you get through the hot, smoldering, scoldering summer. If scoldering's even a word. If you're anything like me, you like high-proofed, barrel strength, cask strength, out of the barrel hot bourbon that burns your insides apart, destroys viruses and schmiruses. If you're like me, you won't give up on the high-proof bourbon throughout the summer. But if you're not like me and you're watching this video, these 5 whiskeys are for you. Sometimes people say that in the summer it's time to proof down a little bit and not go out there trying to be a barrel strength badass. Although we are all barrel strength badasses, am I wrong? Am I right? You, me. Here are 5 American whiskeys that I recommend for lower proof offerings throughout the hot summer months. Number 5. My number 5 go-to summer whiskey when it's 1,000,000 degrees outside and all I want to do is have some whiskey and not burn myself to the ground from the inside out is this son of a bitch from Washington State. It's Woodinville. It's pot stilled. It's 90 proof straight bourbon whiskey. It comes in a nice rectangular container so you know you can depend on it. This Washington State bourbon at 90 proof, spicy and sweet at the same time, packs a bunch of flavor without packing a bunch of heat that might make you too hot to be sexy on the beach. It's got a fat cork. Apples. Number 4. My number 4 go-to pour in the summer is proofed up a little bit from the last pour, but it substitutes wheat for rye, which makes it what some people will consider to be a bit of a smoother ride. This is Maker's Mark 101. It is my favorite of the Maker's Mark products. Some people say that other expressions from Maker's Mark are better than this, but I've yet to find one. At 101 proof, it's great for sipping neat. You can throw it on the rocks. You can throw it in a little bit of a cocktail. Signature family recipe bottled at a higher proof. It's a screw top, so you know it's good. Cookies. It says limited release. Highly doubt it. If you can't find the 101 in your area, super sorry. Go with Maker's Mark 46. Or something, whatever, I don't care. Number 3 on my go-to whiskeys for the summertime. It's not a bourbon, I'm super sorry. It's not even an American whiskey. Super sorry. When I first tasted this whiskey last fall, I thought to myself, that's good, but I think it would be better in the summertime. And now that it's 90 degrees outside here in Colorado, I decided to have a few pulls off of this son of a bitch. And I was like, guess what, Matt? You were right. Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye is a very light, sweet, fruity, minty. It's an exceptional summer rye whiskey. If you're looking for a summer rye whiskey that doesn't have too much spice, but packs the right amount of sweetness at a low enough proof, wow, this guy might just be a surprise for you when you pour it into you. It's got a screw top, so you know it's good. It's got a phone number on the back of it, so you know you can get in touch with it if you want. Northern Harvest Rye, 90% rye whiskey. Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye is a unique whiskey blend crafted from 90% rye whiskey. Our Canadian rye grain is planted in the fall, sprouting until it's covered by a blanket of soft winter snow. Once the snow melts, our rye completes its growth, maturing over the spring and summer. This distinctive growth cycle creates the perfect grain for a deliciously balanced whiskey, extraordinarily smooth with hints of fruit, cloves, and spice. And it's very nice. And I would say over ice or in a cocktail or even straight, this would make a tremendous summer pour. Number 2, numero 2 on my list is this guy, Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion Series. It's a little bit pricey at $60, but it offers great sipping ability neat, great cocktail ability in cocktails, and even over ice, it maintains its flavor and doesn't get too bitter. I tried it. This particular one is Series 4. Series 5 is coming out soon, I believe. This one's 94.9 proof, so it's not gonna blow your head off. This is a blend of 13-year-old sourced bourbon from Kentucky and then younger distillate from Bardstown Bourbon Company. So it's a mixture, a blend of young and old coming together inside of a 94 proof bourbon, and it's really good. It's really good, and it's not something that I sip every day because I enjoy much more higher proof offerings. But during the summertime, when it's like I just need a break from the heat, Fusion Series from Bardstown is a great go-to bourbon. Series 4, if I remember correctly, is an apple pie bomb. Apple pie, mother. We're getting into my number 1 whiskey of the summer. But before I do that, hit the subscribe button. Beep boop, ring the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. That lets you know when I go live or when there's a new video. If you don't do that, then do you even like stuff? Do you even like stuff that you like? Because if not, then you don't. So remember that. And leave a comment below letting me know, what do you like to sip during the summer? My number 1 favorite go-to whiskey in the summertime, it's just a really good whiskey. It's an American whiskey. It comes from a little distillery in California called Redwood Empire. And this is Lost Monarch. This Lost Monarch is a blend of straight whiskeys from Sonoma, California. It's got a fun label, a great bottle. It's got latitude and longitude. It's got a great story. They plant trees every time you buy a bottle. It's got a barcode with trees planted in it. It's got a guy with trees growing out of his head with birds. It has Roman numerals. It's 90 proof, and it is named after a son of a bitchin' tree. And I could drink about 3 of these every day in the summer if I please. But my wife won't let me, so I'll just sip on some occasionally. Oh, America. There goes the cork. That's so good. Why is it dripping so much? That tastes like a bourbon whiskey on the front end and then a rye whiskey on the back end, and it makes me just want to sing songs of happiness and fun. Redwood Empire Lost Monarch is my number 1 favorite summertime whiskey. My name is Matt, this is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on thinking ahead towards the future and thinking about what whiskeys will be the best for them. For example, during the alien invasion, which is apparently coming up soon, according to Fox News, what am I going to drink during the alien invasion? I gotta think about it, gotta think ahead, gotta put myself in that situation so that my whiskey drinking doesn't get interrupted. It just gets like magnified. What whiskeys will I drink? I don't know yet, but I'm thinking about it. What whiskeys are you drinking during the alien invasion? I'm gonna lay awake tonight and come up with my list of 5 whiskeys for the alien invasion, and then I'll make a video. What whiskey would I feed E.T.? Gotta think about it. It's a very important decision. Probably not something bad. Probably not.